Obi-Wan Kenobi is mid as hell. So let me explain. Guys, please, don't hate me, please. I can already hear you guys saying, oh, the Obi doesn't want Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, yeah, I get it. Shut up. So I watched Kenobi with a high expectation. That part was my fault, I will admit. But even not reaching it ended up with the same story as the last couple of Star Wars shows, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, I said it. I'm sick of the found father and child trope. It's become so popularized, unfortunately, that Obi-Wan picked it up and did an okay job at it. I like Leia and all, but seriously, we couldn't find anything better for her to do. This series just feels unjustified. Like, I get it. Everything is unnecessary if you really think about it, or blah, blah, blah. Something about the MCU, but my point still stands. I quite frankly didn't care about anything in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Darth Vader was cool, I guess. Reva, however you say her name, was cool, I guess. And Obi-Wan was cool, I guess. There's just nothing much that's worthwhile. If you liked the shows, all power to you. But I genuinely felt this could have been a 2.5-hour movie that would have been a really good film. Cosmonaut Variety Hour has a really good video about this show, so I suggest y'all check that out. I'm just disappointed with how everything ended up. But I'm not just gonna sit here and complain about me not liking the show very much. I'm also going to share what I would have rather the story had been about. Now, don't judge me. This is just what I would have wanted. The first thing that I really kind of wanted, more Reva. I wanted Reva to be a lot more compelling and developed as a villain, because I feel like she could have had such an interesting dynamic with Obi-Wan. And not only that, but her own motivations are all very interesting things. And she's a symbol of Obi-Wan's failures affecting many others aside from him and Anakin. And plus, she's a new character, meaning there's new ways to explore her story. And she would have filled in a very nice spot, so I didn't have to see a bunch of people complain about how Obi-Wan breaks canon. But to be honest, I still would have wanted to see Vader in the show. But I would have rather him being an intimidating force from the shadows, waiting for his opportunity with Obi-Wan. I feel like that would have been a lot stronger in the show if he was in it just a little bit less. And there's also someone else I really wanted less in the show, and that is Child Leia. The child actor does actually really well, to be honest, but she isn't given much to do because the writers don't really know what to do with her. I really would have liked to see Obi-Wan have a moment of realization that Leia is just as important and gifted as Luke was, but he doesn't exactly have that. She's kind of just a tool for him to find himself. Like, he cares about her, sure, but it doesn't seem like he has a lot of sentimental value with her. Finally, I feel like she should have probably left the show pretty early after the rescue. I wouldn't think that the whole show would be about Obi-Wan rescuing Leia. I feel like they could have easily just had the show be about how Reva is hunting Obi-Wan, and that just be the core plot of it, not having to complicate it with more things. I really like Vader and Obi-Wan's fights, plural. I liked both fights. It's a really good and final build-up moment to see how much Obi-Wan has grown through the show, between the the first fight and then the last fight, it's really good. It really shows how much he's grown. And speaking of, I really just wanted more development of Obi-Wan. I feel like we don't really get to know him. Like, in this show, we don't really get to see his development from being so broken and then growing to be the old coot, the wise old coot that we see in episode 4. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity. And I know that they're talking about a season 2. I personally wouldn't want a season 2. Don't know what they would do with the season 2. Yeah, I really just wanted more development of Obi-Wan. I really wanted him to grow in this show. And he grows, but he kind of just falls further back into the way of the Jedi. It's not really him growing to become this new, older, wiser version of Obi-Wan, which, to be fair, we do see in Star Wars Rebels. But still, those are the majority of the things that I would have liked to see changed. But what about you guys? Do you think I'm wrong and the show was fine the way it is? Leave your thoughts down below. That's gonna do it for me today, folks. Remember, you can join our Discord and support us on Patreon. Oh, and before I forget, go watch Miss Marvel, guys. Goated show. Ciao, y'all.